Hello viewers, in this video we're going to talk about a one-to-one function. So under that we'll determine whether a given function is a one-to-one function, and if a function is a one-to-one function, we have to find the inverse of that function. Okay, so a function is called a one-to-one function whenever the input has the unique output. Then you're going to say the function is a one-to-one function. So it is just a function where the input has the unique output. That's what a one-to-one function. So if a function is a one-to-one function, then we can find the inverse. That's what it means. So we are given the first equation, which is part 1, and the function that we have is f of x, which is equal to, that is 4 plus 3x. That's what we have. So for a function to be a one-to-one function, meaning that when you say f of a1 equal to f of a2, the output should be a1, which is equal to what? A2. Then once we get this, then that will tell us to say the function is a one-to-one function. So given this our question, we'll substitute where there is x, we'll substitute with a1, and also on the other side you do the same. What you're just doing there on the other side, you're just substituting with a2. So once you simplify and you find that your answer is a1, which is equal to a2, then a function is a one-to-one function. That's what it means. So we say we have 4, that is plus 3. Then on our left hand side, where there is x, we'll substitute with a1. Then now this will give us, that is 4. Then we're going to say plus, that is 3 open. Then where there is x, we're going to substitute with a2. That's what we have. So we have 4 plus, this is 3a1 when we multiply there. And now this will give us 4 plus what? That is 3a2. Then from here now, we can see that this 4 can cancel with this 4. Then you remain with 3a1, which is equal to 3a2. So now we have 3a1, which is equal to 3a2. So here we'll divide by 3. Then also here divide by 3. Then 3 and 3 cancels. a1 is equal to a2. Therefore, this our function f of x is a one-to-one function. That's what it means. Then for part 2, we'll do the same. What we have is f of x, which is equal to x squared plus a 3. That's what we have. So remember now, we'll say where there is x, we'll put a1. So we'll say a1, then to the power 2, we maintain the power there. You're just substituting where there is x, you put a1, then you maintain the power. Then plus 3, this will be equal to, again where there is x, you substitute with, that is a2 now. Then you maintain the power, then you're going to say plus what? A3. That's what we're going to say. Then we have a1 to the power 2 this side plus a3, which is equal to a2 to the power 2 plus a3. So from here we can see that 3 and 3 can cancel. You have a1, that is to the power 2, which is equal to a2 to the power 2. So from here what we're going to do is, since we have a1 squared and which is equal to a2 squared, and the power is 2, so we introduce a square root on both sides. So this and that cancels, this and that cancels. So we have a1, which is equal to a2. Therefore the function is a one-to-one function. So that's what we say. So if you remember now, the question said if a function is a one-to-one function, you need to find the inverse of that function. So if I go back on this our question, since we know that this our function is a one-to-one function, therefore we can find the inverse. So the inverse, what you're going to do, you just let the same f of x to be y, meaning that y will be equal to 4 plus what, 3x. So whenever you're finding the inverse here, we make x the subject of the formula, meaning that we are going to have y, then this our 4 cross an equal sign, it to be negative, then you say this is equal to 3x. Then now here we have y minus 4, which is equal to 3x. Then we divide by what, a 3. Then even here we divide by a 3. Then x would be equal to, that is y minus 4 over 3. That's what we're going to have. Then you conclude, therefore f inverse of our function, that is x, is, what is y, substitute with x, is say minus 4 over 3. Then even on this one, since we also know that this our function is a one-to-one function, we'll do the same as well. So we'll let y to be f of x, meaning that what is f of x, we'll put a y. So we have y equal to what, that is x squared plus a 3 there. So now here we have to make x the subject of the formula. So what we'll do, we'll make this positive 3 cross an equal sign. So what we have is y, which is now it will be y, then this 3, when it crosses an equal sign, it will be minus, okay, to be negative. Then this will give us, that is x squared. So we have our x squared, which is y minus 3. And from here we introduce a square root there. Then we have x, which is equal to just the square root of y minus 3. So therefore f inverse of this our function x here will give us the square root of, remember whenever you're writing the inverse, what is y, you substitute with an x, then minus what, 3. Then our last part, we have our function, that is f of x, which is equal to, that is x plus what, 4 over, that is x minus 3. That's what we have here. So remember, f of a1 equal to f of a2. The output, the result should be a1, which should be equal to a2. That's the result that we should get. So from here now we do the same. What is x, will put a1. So on top a1, what is x plus what, a4 over what is x again, a1, that is minus 3 down. This should be equal to, when we substitute with a2 now, which is a2 plus what, a4 over, that will be a2 minus a 3. So here we just do cross multiplication, meaning that we're just multiplying, meaning that we say a1 plus 4, then we'll multiply it with a2 minus 3, which should be equal to, again, when you multiply a1 minus 3, then a2 plus what, a4. So from here now, what do? You start multiplying a1 times whatever we have. So a1 times a2 to be a1, that is a2. Then again a1 times negative 3 to be negative 3a1. Then 4 times a2, it will be positive 4a2. Then again you're going to say 4 times negative 3 to be negative 12 here. Then now this would be a1 times a2 to be a1, that is a2. Then a1 times 4, it will be 4, that is a1. Then negative 3 times a2, it will be negative 3, negative 3a what, 2. Then negative 3 times 4, it will give us negative what, 12. So from here we can see that a1, a2 can cancel here. Then also negative 12 and negative 12, these they can cancel. Then from here now, what we just need to do is we take note of what we have, negative 3a1 plus, that is 4a2, which is equal to 4a, that is 1, okay, then minus 3a2. So what we'll do here, we'll collect our like terms. We'll say those numbers with a1 as their coefficient, those that have a1, we'll put them together. So say this negative 3a1, we write it, then also this negative 4a1 will make it cross an equal sign, so it will be negative 4a1. This will be equal to this side, we have negative 3a1, then this 4a2, when it crosses an equal sign, to be negative 4a. So negative 3a1 minus 4a, this will give us negative 7a1. Then now this will be equal to negative 3a2 minus 4a2. This will give us negative 7a2. Then here you can see that we can divide by negative 7, negative 7. Then we have a1, which is equal to a2. Therefore, this is a one-to-one function. So now, since we know that this is a one-to-one function, now how then do we find the inverse of this our function? Okay, so remember from what I said, just let f of x to be y. So y becomes x plus f4, that is over x minus 3. So from here you do cross multiplication. Remember, whenever you're finding the inverse, you are just making x the subject of the formula. So because remember, if y is the subject of the formula, meaning that the inverse now, x should be the subject of the formula. So you do cross multiplication, then what you're going to get is it will be y, then times what, x minus 3, which is equal to x plus what, f4. Then from here you multiply what times x, it will be xy, then minus 3y, then this will give us that is x plus f4 there. Then from here, remember we have to make x the subject of the formula, so it will be xy. Then this x, it will cross an equal sign, it will be negative x. Then this side we have a 4, then this negative 3y will cross an equal sign, so it will be positive 3y. So from here now we are making x the subject of the formula, so factor out x because x is common here. You factor out x. Once you do that, you have y minus 1. This is equal to 4 plus what, 3y. So you divide by y minus 1 by y minus 1 throughout. This and that cancels. Then we have x, which is equal to 4 plus what, 3y over y minus 1. Therefore, f inverse of x here will be equal to 4 plus 3x over, that is x minus 1. Remember, this x, you put a y. Thank you so much for your time.